If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's welcome to today's show, which really is a horror story. This is a video that you should share with people so they have an understanding of what nanotechnology is. You might have heard the word nano used a lot with something that's currently going on, but I can't think of what in the world could currently be going on that's like affecting all of us around the world at the same time. But anyway, I want to do a little episode here. I used to call these a call for the science guy. Let's just call it what it is. Weird science. Yeah, because science is cool, right? We were told in school science was cool. I remember when we had to dissect a frog for no reason other than the fact that they want to turn people, well, into Jeffrey Dahmer, so to speak. And I actually left the room and said, I'm not doing it. And the teacher questioned my manhood. And I questioned how much money she was making. And I questioned the fact that she was a single mother raising two kids who was trying to get students who were 15 years old to cut open frogs at 8 o'clock in the morning. And she didn't like that, so I got sent to detention. But long story short, I mean, you ain't getting me to cut open a frog. I don't got sick tendencies like that. No offense for someone who did do it. Nothing against you, just not my cup of tea. Because science isn't necessarily necessary, of course, but they tell you that it is. And I want to talk to you about this thing in science called nanotechnology. Now, a lot of these people out there who question how crazy we all are love the History Channel. I mean, it is great if you like to watch if you like to watch history. And they watch it and they regurgitate it just like everything in school. Well, this is a show about ancient aliens. And since these people believe that there are ancient aliens, of course they don't believe they're the fallen ones or demons because they think the Bible's fake, but they believe all this stuff in space is real, even though there's absolutely zero evidence. And there is actual evidence of God's existence. Of course, things like Sodom and Gomorrah have been covered up in Saudi Arabia. Many Christians, real-life Indiana Joneses, I should say, over the years, have discovered a lot of these things, and of course, they keep those things hidden from people. But anyway, the History Channel is supposed to be a place where these people go to get their information. So this show, Ancient Aliens, was talking about nanotechnology and how aliens developed this technology a long time ago. And well, you should take a close listen about nanotechnology, how it's here now, how it can be controlled from the outside, how it can lead to reverse aging so that people even alive today can live hundreds of more years, aka transhumanism. Listen for yourself.
The idea of building devices, machines, at a molecular scale, so very, very small. We're getting down to atomic scale.
These miniature robots are designed to deliver specialized medicines throughout the body using the bloodstream.
These tiny little biohybrid simian bots are capable of traveling to viscous material through our body.
And using the UV light, they can control where these nanomachines take nutrients and take medicines into the body.
As long as we have a way of controlling them from the outside, if we're looking at operating on a cancer, then potentially they could do that operation for you from within.
Leading to nanomachines that could actually heal the wounds in our bodies, extend our lifespan, and literally bring us into a new level of human evolution.
Transhumanists believe our bodies will soon be home to swarms of nanomachines. This technology is advancing so rapidly that it will not just be future generations that will live tens or even hundreds of years longer, but people who are alive today.
The possibility of reversing human aging as opposed to just slowing it down is not a very big stretch. It would be quite possible both to slow it and it would also be possible to reverse it.
An example of this is a study that has gone on at Harvard by reversing the muscle tissue in mice. We have actually reversed the age in these mice. It's only a matter of time before we're able to reverse our own aging process.
Microscopic robots soon be swimming in our bloodstreams, augmenting our immune system, and even reversing the aging process entirely. Such a transformation does occur. It may be a sign that we are evolving to become more like our alien ancestors.
Isn't science cool? You could reverse aging. We could be here for as long as we want. Inside, of course, with our consciousness uploaded to a digital space, living in pods. I'm good. I think I'll pass, just like I passed on the cutting open and dissecting of a frog. I'm more interested in having my head glued to a wall than any of this type of technology. But notice the terms that they use, like control. Having these nanobots and this nanotech inside of you, but being able to control it from the outside. Interesting. The question really is, how in the world would they be able to get nanobots inside of people, right? I mean, are people really just going to go and sign up and be like, hey, I'll take the nanobots, please get them in me? And on top of that, how would you even insert it in your body? Well, I don't know. Maybe this will help people figure that out.
These are the legs of a tiny army of robots. So small, they are dwarfed by a single-celled paramecium. 50 years of development in microelectronics have given us a fantastic array of tiny computer systems. But that is only half the puzzle. A robot also needs to move. And now, researchers have created a brand new type of actuator which can do it, giving the tiny brains some brawn. Up until now, making moving parts at the micron scale has proven tricky. Conventional designs often don't function very well when they're that small, while others work but rely on mechanisms like magnetism which can't be easily integrated into existing electronic systems. But the new design, called a surface electrochemical actuator, can be fabricated using similar processes to those used to produce microchips. That means the tiny legs can be added directly to the devices that control them. To make the legs, a 7 nanometer thick sheet of platinum is coated on one side with an inactive material like graphene. The legs are then patterned using a technique called lithography, and the excess material is removed. In order to work, the legs need to be in water, but the concept is relatively simple. When a current is passed through the platinum, charged water particles are attracted to the uncoated surface. The force of these particles binding to the metal creates stress on one side of the sheet, and that is what makes it bend. By reinforcing sections of the sheet, the bending can be controlled more specifically, and voila, a tiny robot leg. The robots are equipped with 2 minuscule solar cells. By shining a laser on each one, researchers can create the voltage which activates the front or back legs. These new actuators allow the tiny circuit to move, and because they are created using the same well-understood manufacturing processes as semiconductor electronics, their production can be easily scaled, making millions of tiny robots at the same time. Swarms of robots so small that they can be injected through a hypodermic syringe, and collected using a pipette. Now, at the moment, they can't do much, but their compatibility with existing microelectronics makes them versatile. In theory, new actuators based on these designs could be combined with more complex devices to carry out a whole range of more sophisticated tasks. The researchers have pointed to everything from fighting cancer to tackling crop pests. But that is decades away. Time will tell if these first small steps for microrobots could be a giant leap for microrobotics.
Did you say something about a what? Say, I couldn't understand.
Swarms of robots so small that they can be injected through a hypodermic syringe.
Oh, so people could have this put in them, and they're so microscopic you wouldn't even know. Very interesting. Very interesting. I mean, I don't know if you know the game Connect the Dots, right? You connect them, one dot to the next dot, and it makes a symbol. In this case, it's making a pyramid probably with an all-seeing eye in it, because it sounds like somebody's agenda coming to life right now in the year 2022, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Very interesting, right? And of course, like I said earlier, this is from a show, Ancient Aliens, right? Really talking about demons, huh? And did you notice at the end of that first video clip, to make us become more like our alien ancestors? Oh, because that's what we really want to become, like demons, right? Well, oh wait, they want us to become, they want us to be hosts to demons, right? This is all crazy talk, of course, but these zombies out there will believe that, oh yeah, there's ancient aliens that fly around on UFOs that no one's ever caught, that, they've seen stuff in the sky. That can't be the government. That can't be the CIA doing anything. Oh no, they don't have the technology to do that. Well, they believe it because they saw Independence Day a few times and shoved some Doritos up their rear end and watched Star Wars 1,000 times while they're picking their nose and eating it, thinking that that stuff's real. The reality of it is that demons are real. And Aleister Crowley even taught that demons would one day would have a new name. That name is aliens. When he was talking about Lam, who looks a lot like a gray, which I've discussed. So these alien ancestors are obviously the fallen ones, for those who are wondering. And the type of technology that they've had and now is being implemented is this nanotech. Reverse aging, transhumanism, live forever. The question just is, with this weird, crazy science, how in the world could they convince people to put it inside them? I would think, right? Like if I was a thinking man, which clearly I'm not, because I'm just a crazy tinfoil hat wearer. But if I was a thinking man, I would think that they would need to convince people to put something in their body and then probably fail to tell them that there was nanotech in them, right? Or, number two, come out and tell everybody that they can cure this uncurable thing like cancer with this type of technology, and they could go from living to in their 70s to living to be 300, which Lord only knows why anyone would want to spend 300 years here. But nonetheless, using that type of mind control, and people would say, yeah, please sign me up. I would love to learn. I would love to live forever. And we can cure these diseases. So those are two approaches that can be taken. The latter of the two is yet to be announced or rolled out, but it will be in the future. And then, of course, the first, almost like you saw the experiment with the mice, you'd have to think they could run an experiment on humans. They don't need to know. I mean, of course they would know that they were putting any type of nanotech inside them. Just can't think of how or what they could create to make people actually put something in them that could have this type of technology that they don't even know about, because we live in the dumbest time period ever. Can't think of what it could be. Anyway, this was just a science lesson I wanted to give everyone because I love science, as most of you know. Science is cool. It's neat. I want to remind everyone, I have my other channel, another channel linked below, not just The Fire Rises. So if you're new and you don't know about this channel, this is my original channel from 5 years ago. It hasn't, I think I've gained 200 subs in the last 3 years since they shadow banned it. It's pretty ridiculous. It's the same number it was back in 2016. But I am uploading new stuff over there. The link below is for a new video about an update on the old purple lights popping up, because now we have white colored lights just magically turning purple after a couple of months' time. How convenient. I also want to remind everyone there is the Teespring store should be up and running, the merchandise store below. Check it out if you haven't, if you're interested in anything on there, because it's not going to probably be around long. Nobody seems to like me very much. I don't know why. I'm not that bad of a guy, really. I'm not bad at all, you know? But people just don't seem to like me, especially here on the internet, on YouTube. And, you know, you think the whole goal of like, if I started something like Teespring or one of these sites, I would think the goal would be to maximize my profit, which means to get people, big YouTubers or whoever to help move merchandise, to help them out. But they're more interested in being sensitive to, So anyway, you know how it goes. Reminder as well, check out the website at callfornuprising.com. It's $2.99 a month. Check it out if you haven't. I hope to see everyone over there. A lot of great stuff going on, a lot of great content. And please, 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 please thank the Patreons for their support here on YouTube. Because of them, it keeps me here on YouTube. So thank you so much. Let me know what you think about this neat science. And of course, please feel free to share this with people around you. Maybe they'll be able to connect the dots and see where this is going. Okay? Because this isn't stuff that's getting pulled out of a hat. This is stuff they talk about at the World Economic Forum. Your president, no, not your president, all these fake politicians, celebrities all show up at these events where they talk about technology, and this is the technology they're talking about, but nobody wants to believe that it actually exists. They think that they're just showing up to waste their time, hang out, and have cocktails, when in reality, well, minus the tails, you catch my drift with these creeps. But in reality, they are planning the demise of society, but they're going to wrap it and gift wrap the mark of the beast with such benefits as living forever, fighting off things that they claim they can't fix, like cancer and everything else. So people should be able to connect the dots. If they can't, well, I don't know what to tell them at this point. Maybe they should go dissect a frog. I thank you for being here and listening to today's show. Hope you're all doing well. God bless you and your families.